Yo, welcome back. So it's currently the evening, and just gonna talk about lightening the load down of the work, but just kind of switching the strategy. So I have been working for like prolonged hours for a while now, and I'm actually starting to think that is counterproductive. And what I mean by that is the intention when I do that work, if it's sporadic and unconcentrated, um, I think that's a big waste of time. And so if I do 8 hours of work, for an example, and it's not as focused. So let's say I can do it for 30 minutes and then I all of a sudden just lose focus for 30 minutes. And that happens over the course of maybe the last 4 hours because the first 4 hours are going to be a little better. It's actually, I think, counterproductive. And instead, those hours can be spent on sharpening the first 4 hours when you have the main focus. So I think I've also realized is like the mental bandwidth, especially in our current era and just how much information there is. I'm also not letting my brain slow down or recover as I think that I should be doing or feel like I should be doing. And so if I can somehow condense 4 hours of work and actually focus on things that will move me forward, or not move me forward, but just are more important than other activities. And in those 4 hours, I put a lot of maybe like 90% focus into that, and I'm not distracted. I'm just working. Um, how much more can I actually get done while also maintaining, like, without burning out? Because right now I think that I'm burning out and I'm hitting walls, and it feels like I am using, like I have all the tools, but I'm not using them correctly. It is a metaphor for what's going on right now. And so I've been thinking like, okay, so with my capacity and who I am and how I work, is that the first 4 hours I know that I can be very focused and I can get quite a lot done if I actually just focus for 4 hours and I know I only have 4 hours. Whereas in my current days and what I've been doing for a long time, I'll just be like, I'm gonna work all day. And I think that the point where I start numbing myself is the point where I believe that I should slow down and reassess things because it's kind of like abusing yourself, and I no longer want to do that. And I'm not sure why I do that. I'm not sure when it was ingrained in me, and I no longer want to do that. So again, I'm just switching the strategy up. I'm going to be spending 4 hours of like focus work and intentional work where like I have a clear understanding of what to do, and then I give myself a time period, and I just focus in that time period, right? Rather than just saying I'm going to work, I'm going to do this, and then while I work, I don't have a time frame, and so I get distracted easily just because my brain is just fried. So the other hours outside of the 4 hours that are focused are really, I would say, utilize that effectively as well. And what I mean by that is you can be spending that sharpening that focus within that 4 hours. So that could be doing things that you love, doing things that you enjoy, and also whatever you like, but also working out, training, keeping taking care of your health, and just preparing for that 4 hours. For example, if you meal prep, I'm just thinking now. I used to meal prep, stop meal prepping because I don't have enough time. And so just having a meal ready in that 4 hours, boom, you don't got to think about it. You have your meals, and that's one way to just decrease the bandwidth so that you can focus within that 4 hours. And the other hours, again, you could be training, socializing, and so that's kind of where I am at right now, and the epiphany that I recently had. And just it all deals with just the burnout, the amount of fatigue that I currently have, and wondering why that is and why I push myself like this. and it just feels very counterintuitive. Like I'm not working with myself and I'm trying to work something else that isn't me. So we'll see how it goes. I just know that if I do sit down for 4 hours, I don't want to be distracted is one of the main goals. And what I mean by that is, just not opening new tabs up, not checking my phone consistently, um, and then actually just putting my head down and just working in the 4 hours. And my parents' friend, they're they own a farm, and I've been buying blueberries, and they're this big from other owners, local owners, and they're organic. And then all of a sudden today, he said he had a batch ready for us, and it was a 20 pound box, and they're freaking huge. They're like this big. I'll show you guys another day. But my shit is currently black right now just because of how many blueberries I eat, and essentially, I don't know if they're organic. He says they're organic, but they're just so big. I'm confused, and they're so delicious. So if they are organic, these are the best blueberries I have ever seen in my entire life, and I eat a lot of blueberries. Every single year, I eat dome blueberries. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. So yeah, I'm going to switch back to, not even switch back, just totally change my strategy and see if it works, and really, really get that 4 hours in, get it in with intention, get it in with focus, and outside hours, trying or at least working towards sharpening that 4 hours, becoming better at 4 hours. So, wherever you are, have a great day with good fortune. Peace.